Hi, I'm Talia, one half of the critics. As you know, Matthew and I are currently doing reviews on the films at the Durban International Film Festival 2016. This evening I watched Embrace of the Serpent, a film about a South American shaman who comes across many European scientists in his or westernized scientists in his life, and as he gets older he sort of starts to forget where he comes from, and he forgets the traditions and the knowledge of his people. So the film is about him trying to sort of rediscover who he is, and his knowledge as a traditional healer, as he meets a young scientist looking for a very rare plant that's in his village. What I will say about the film is that the messages that I took from it were, you can never truly run away from who you really are, and you should never as well. It just reminded me that, on a basic level, stick to your roots. Don't try and be someone that you're not. Also, if you are trying to fit into a culture that's different than yours, do that with the utmost respect for that culture. A lot of emphasis was placed on the fact that, these South American cultures, or any culture for that matter, had spent years and years and years, centuries, building up their traditions and passing it on through generations, whether it be orally or through pictures or written. And it often happens where through generations culture gets lost, traditions get lost along the way. So this was an interesting story of, how to try and stick to that, and how to search within yourself to sort of remember who you are. The film also depicted how Western culture or westernization is very exploitative. It was very graphic in the way it showed how, the white man, as he was portrayed in the film, just came and, exploited not only the people but the resources of the place, as well as the knowledge and culture of the place. A good example that I was really taken aback by was when the scientist said that he couldn't leave a compass in the village because previously that village had used the stars to tell direction and how to find their way around, but now he left a compass there, and that knowledge would be lost forever in that village. So those type of things really bring home how small the world is, yet also so vast. Because, for example, I'm an Indian by race, but I would not, I don't consider myself an Indian from India, yet that is where my heritage is. Through colonization, we've really expanded so much, and you can look at it as a good expansion, in that we've now the world has become such a small place, or you can look at the exploitative side, which definitely existed, and this was a very good depiction of that. I think the film really brought home the fact that traditional knowledge is important, and finding it within yourself is quite an important factor. You have to make the choice to find that about your own culture, or if you want to try and experience it on from someone else's culture, you've got to really feel and try and have faith and put yourself in that person's situation. What I will criticize the film on is that it was a bit long. It was a bit drawn out, and it could have been maybe about half an hour shorter. I understand that the scenes were, meant to show just how isolated and in touch with nature the South American people were. But at the same time, it just felt like it was taking a long time to get to its point. And then when it did, at the climax of the film, where the scientist has to now, become one with nature and let go of all his possessions, his westernized and worldly possessions, to sort of find his way. It should have ended there. It should have ended there, but it just went maybe about 5 minutes too long after the final climax of the film. I found the relation to the serpent quite interesting, because obviously in these traditional South American cultures, they respected snakes, and they respected the impact they had on their lives, and saw them as sort of gods. And it was interesting to see that. I definitely am not familiar at all with those cultures, so I can't profess to know much. But what was depicted in the film was really interesting. To not be abusive of your resources, to take only what you need, to respect the people within a culture as well. That was an impressive feat that the film managed to achieve. Overall, I think that it's a good film. It's a good film about getting back to your roots and the importance of passing on knowledge to younger generations. In a world where we're so technologically obsessed, it was quite a refreshing film. I definitely recommend that you go and see it. It is in Spanish, which was also refreshing. As I've said before, watching films in foreign languages for this festival has been just amazing. It is showing again on the 23rd of June at the Playhouse. You can go and check it out there. If you enjoyed this video, you can please click like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also check out what we're doing next on our social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And thank you for joining us for the Durban International Film Festival 2016. We hope to see you at some of the screenings, and it's been really, really a fun time so far. I'm Talia, and this has been my review of Embrace of the Serpent for the Durban International Film Festival 2016.